Haring also creates this piece, Crack is Wack. Crack is Wack is a public mural painted on a handball court in Harlem, New York City that can be seen from FDR Drive. It's a fairly simple monochromatic piece in orange with Haring's signature black lines outlining the letters and characters. And this is one example of the many public paintings and murals he will produce all over the world from 1982 to 1989, but is particularly notable for its originality and its originally illicit execution. So it was painted illegally at first. When he first does it, the city is not behind him on this one, but the city will quickly adopt it because it directly addresses a social issue in a particularly vulnerable locale. So we see a crack pipe at the bottom, and this bears a central message set within, creating the cloud within which the central message is set, which is Crack is Wack. In fact, he's going to lead to a lot of these ideas of kind of making it cool to try and create anti-drug sentiment. Some of these other ideas will be, of course, the DARE program and other things. The skull/death symbols loom large as money burns away and is wasted as crackheads are consumed by personal demons and addiction. But it goes a little bit further than simply an anti-drug message in the 1980s when we're surrounded by anti-drug messages. What we see is very much an ode to Picasso's Guernica. So what he does is he suggests the symptoms akin to insanity that addiction to drugs may produce. And this is seen in the animal with distorted eyes, or the animals with distorted eyes. This sort of Guernica-like imagery, as if trying to shine a light on that original bombing in Guernica, Spain in 1936 is equal to shining a light on drug consumption and crack usage in New York in 1986. You see the parallel where the artist is trying to shine a light on this specific issue. The cross is a recurring religious symbol in Haring's paintings, representing a dogmatic and judgmental institution. The idea that we tend to be so incredibly judgmental, and he's using Christianity as the symbol for that. Compositionally, Haring keeps the text-based message front and center, while at the same time integrating it in the larger group of surrounding images, partially through the dynamic dots that fill the lettering of the message, resonating with lines emanating from the figures on all sides. The crack epidemic will last from the 1980s into the 1990s in cities across the United States. African American urban communities were especially hit hard, perhaps underlying Haring's decision to do this anti-crack mural in Harlem.